Hi, this is Rebecca Rice with French Broad Real Estate Company. Today I'm talking to Amy with Beloved Asheville regarding their Dream Builders program that I've recently become involved with, and I would love to share that with you.
So this is Amy, and she is with Beloved Asheville Dream Builders team. And I'm going to let her tell us what kind of program they're working on right now.
Awesome, Rebecca. It's so good to be here. So Beloved Asheville is a locally grown nonprofit organization. We've been around for 12 years, and we really work with the full community. That's our focus, is community building, particularly in communities that are impacted by big issues. We feel like these are very common struggles: systemic racism, food and housing insecurity, lack of health and healthcare. And so we work on these issues right from the heart of the community. And so when you connect with Beloved Asheville, you'll immediately see that we live with our hearts on our sleeves, and we really bring the full community together to create home, health, and opportunity for all. So the goal is really to bring people together from all different walks of lives, and we create these really powerful solutions that are homegrown, community-led. A lot of our work has been really engaged around also people that are living on the streets, people who are homeless. So that's a lot of the work that we've been doing in the past year. And also developing this wonderful project that you mentioned, the Beloved Village project.
Yes.
And our dream builders. So you're one of our dream builders, our inaugural dream builders. So our dream builders are people who are realtors, lenders, home builders, or building supply companies. So these are people that help build or find people their dream homes. And we thought how wonderful it would be to reach out to all of you and invite you to help us as you do that, as you do the thing that you do every day. That you could also help us make dreams come true by helping us to bring neighbors in need home through the Beloved Village. So we're building right now our first pilot village. The Beloved Village is a village of 12 homes that will serve 25 to 40 people here in our community. These are people that have what HUD would call extremely low incomes. So that for one person is an income of about $13,500 or less, or 30% of area median income. And what we're doing is pretty amazing. It's the first village of its kind in the region, and really a national model of how we solve this housing crisis, because we're providing deeply affordable homes that are also beautiful. They're craft built homes. We were just entered in the parade of home with the Asheville area home builders. If you can imagine building deeply affordable homes that can stand up in a parade of homes next to developers' bests, that's pretty exciting. We have 4 pillars: deeply affordable homes that are community oriented, sustainable in the face of the climate crisis. And we know, people's utility bills is the second highest bill in their budget. So we wanted to make sure these are sustainable and good for the earth and good for people. And finally, the homes that have an equity component, so they help lift people out of poverty. People with extremely low incomes don't really have access to the lending system oftentimes. And so we thought, how do we use this project to help people build wealth and pull themselves out of poverty? So I want to tell the story of sort of how this came about, because it's a very powerful story. And I think a story that'll tell you a lot about the heart of Beloved Asheville and what we're all about. So we sit in circles a lot. As part of what we do, as community builders, we felt like, when Beloved started, that was one of the things that was really missing from a lot of nonprofits is really that community component. And so we started this circle that met every week at Beloved, that were people that were living through the housing crisis. They were either housing insecure, they were really on the edge of being able to stay in a home and afford a home, or they were literally homeless. So in the fall of 2016, we got one of those awful knocks at the door. One of our beautiful friends who had frozen to death in her red sleeping bag down on the river. we value people in such a deep way. During that time, from our inception at Be Love, we had a memorial wall of people that we had lost to homelessness. And so, we live with that, but her death was particularly tragic, and we took it really into the heart of that circle that I talked about of people living through the housing crisis. And so we planned a public funeral. But after that, every week people just kept coming back to the fact that we had lost our sister. And somebody in that circle said, "What are we going to do about this?" So that was the moment our first in the nation formerly homeless street medic team began out of the moment of that crisis, and people saying we're the closest people to each other in a medical emergency. So that started, those folks started training weekly. And as if that wasn't enough, people came back to that circle and said, "What else are we going to do?" And very quickly people said, "We can't afford affordable housing. We need homes. We need homes." And then people said the kind of housing that we get put into is not the kind of housing we want. Say, well, we're either 2 miles off the bus line and something that's really kind of falling apart. And we're trying to navigate, 2 miles to try to find a job, 2 miles to do your laundry, 2 miles a walk to bring food back to the house. And I said, "Well, what do you want? What would it look like to have your dream home?" And so people said, "We want homes that look like homes. We wanted trees and land. We want good neighbors around us. And we want a full kitchen and a full bathroom," they said. And we said, "Well, that's not too much to ask for. That's a pretty beautiful dream. What if we could create affordable housing that was really affordable, what we all started calling deeply affordable housing? And then what if we could create this model that was beautiful, really centered community and gardens and trees and places for kids to play and homes that felt like home." And so after that year, we kind of looked at each other and said, "Are we the people to do this? Are we the people to build something that's never been built here before?" And we said, "We kind of think we might be." And so we created a little Facebook video that just talked about the dream of our people. It was 2.5 minutes long, and we posted it on Facebook on December the 28th of 2017, after that year of research. 17 days later, we had an email from a local faith community, Land of the Sky United Church of Christ, and they said, "We have this little piece of land that we'll never do anything with. Would y'all like to talk about your dream?" And so that in earnest launched the Be Love Village project. Very quickly after that, we had 2 pro bono general contractors come on board, a pro bono civil engineer, architect team, land survey team. And you can see how the momentum got going. We have builders that come and lend their time and their professional skills, and also volunteers from age 4 to age 80. Were a part of this model home. We had about 1,000 people that were involved in building the first home, and it was so exciting. And then we have lots of different partner neighborhood groups, faith community groups, businesses, and of course our dream builders like you. So it's just a huge community effort. We will be beginning our full site work at the end of April this year, and you'll start seeing the homes sort of spring up out of the ground along with the spring flowers. So we're so very excited about that. And we hope to just have these villages springing up all over our community with these beautiful homes that are aesthetically pleasing and neighborhood oriented, and really build that dream and vision of dignity, a dream home like people have never experienced. And so we can't wait for that moment when we're starting to give out keys and people getting so excited about being able to come home to these beautiful homes.
And so people who are looking to get involved, what do they need to do? How can people get involved?
Awesome. Well, we need people to get involved at every level. So certainly we need people to volunteer, and people can sign up to volunteer on our website, which is belovedasheville.com. And they can go to the Get Involved page and sign up to volunteer. We're going to have lots of work days, as you can imagine. So there's lots of ways to get involved with, hands-on. The other thing we need to build is ambassadors. We want ambassadors that are willing to talk about this project to all the people that you know and love, whether it's your neighbors or your coworkers or your faith community, or maybe, you go and you have a local bank that you bank with, that you could talk to about helping support, or maybe your business wants to help sponsor a home or co-sponsor a home. We need folks to get involved with our Dream Builders project and come on board in that way. And we also need, folks that are willing just to roll up their sleeves and join us in this work. We have some wonderful partners in this work over at the Cathedral of All Souls, and they said, we want to raise more partners that are all in, because we are all in. We open the doors of dignity and the dream of home to the people that need it the most in our community. So people can get involved in lots of different ways. Imagine artisan furniture in these homes. We have artists that are going to be painting pieces for the homes. We have potters that are going to be donating pottery dishes. So every home will get pottery dishes. So maybe some of the folks watching are in those categories. So whatever gift that you have, I guarantee you that we can find a way for you to plug in and help with this project. When people move in, we want people to come around this village and be community. We'll be the people that come over for a cup of tea, come and garden in the community garden with residents, come hang out and really just get connected, because we know that we're stronger together and that we need each other. And we hope that this project is a way for us to build community for people.
Really appreciate you sharing all that and helping people get involved. And
so exciting. Such an exciting thing. Thank you for sharing what it is that you do best and inviting people in to creating this dream with us. It's really exciting. And so I'm just so thrilled for folks that help people find their dream homes, who are really getting engaged in this project like you are. I know it's close to your heart. And so it means a lot to us that you would take the time. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Amy.
Again, this is Rebecca Rice with French Broad Real Estate Company. Thank you for tuning in. My business is based solely on networking within the community and referrals. Please share this, and I will see